ask for the business. It always makes me laugh when I give this principle and people are like, well, duh. I'm like, well, then why don't you do it? Why don't you ask for the business? I can't tell you how many people I've coached in my career who say, Nikki, I don't get it. I'm making the contacts, I'm making the calls, I'm talking to people in my database, and I'll say, yeah, that's weird. I see that. I see that you're talking to a lot of people. And I'll say, well, let me sit in on your calls. Let me just sit for a day with you. And I'll listen to their calls, and they're making the contacts and they're talking to their database. And there's one thing that they're not doing. They're not asking for the business. And here's the example I give here. This is the equivalent of going out every single day into the forest with the goal to chop down a tree, and you are whacking away at the exact same tree every single day, working as hard as you can, but you're using a baseball bat instead of an axe. It's going to take you eons to knock that thing down. Probably won't do it in your lifetime. And I see agents do this all the time. They are working so hard and they're just not asking for the business. You're building great relationships and you are just not asking for the business. You're making all these contacts and you are just not closing for the appointment. We are not making contacts for contact's sake. We make contacts for contract's sake. We're not just there to talk to people. We're there to actually convert them so that we can be their agent because we know that we are the best agent for them, right? So we have to actually ask for the business. I would recommend all of you put this on a Post-it note, put it on a note, put it wherever it is that you do your lead generation, and just remind yourself, ask for the business. In our world, a contact is not a contact unless you have asked for the business. By the way, I see the most seasoned of agents struggle with this. They are great at building relationships. They quite simply aren't asking for the business. So they feel like they're working really hard. And by the way, they are. Talking to people all day, every day is hard. And they're killing themselves and they feel like they're spinning their wheels. And the one thing that they're not doing is quite simply just asking for the business. And you make that change and all of a sudden their business transforms. So you have to ask for the business.